Streaming live on News8000.com. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Michael Germain in for Alexandra. It is Wednesday, February 7th, 2024. Now let's send it to meteorologist Bill Grahl for a quick look at our forecast.
Hey, Michael. Boy, record warmth again for many spots yesterday. Check out the high temperatures. 56 in Eau Claire. That was a new record high, shattering the old record of 48 set in 1925. The 54 in La Crosse, not quite a record because our record yesterday stood at 59, set in 1878. But look at those numbers, between 50 and 57 degrees across the region. We should be right around 30 for an average high, so well above that. We've got some haze out there, but mostly cloudy conditions. Again, the numbers from yesterday, 54 the high, 27 the low. Averages are 30 and 12. Now today's record high is 54. We're going to be very close to that later this afternoon. Now plenty of clouds streaming in to the area from the south and west, but any moisture in terms of rainfall reaching the ground as well over the central plains here, so that's going to take a while to moisten up the atmosphere and probably not reach us until late tonight or tomorrow morning. Current temperatures very mild in the 30s, 28 the exception in Sparta, but we should be around 12 for an early morning low. So mostly cloudy, breezy, but unseasonably mild again today. 53 for the high, again flirting with that record high of 54. I'll have more details with my 8-day forecast. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Bill. Let's get to some news this morning. A stunning defeat for the razor-thin House Republican majority yesterday. Their effort to impeach the Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, was voted down with a handful of GOP members joining the Democrats to defeat it. It comes as President Biden called on Republican lawmakers to show some spine on a bipartisan border security bill. CBS News correspondent Michael George has more from New York.
The resolution is not adopted.
The House GOP-led vote to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas failed yesterday.
Secretary Mayorkas has willfully and deliberately refused to uphold the laws of the United States.
What you have to offer the American people is this sham impeachment.
In the end, 4 Republicans joined the Democrats in voting against the resolution, with some arguing that impeaching a cabinet official would set a dangerous precedent. Texas Democrat Al Green even left his hospital bed post-surgery to cast his no vote. He spoke with CBS News after returning to the hospital.
I went there to help a good man keep his reputation.
Several House Republicans say efforts to impeach Mayorkas are not over.
We can bring the articles of impeachment back to the floor maybe as early as next week.
In statements, the White House and the Department of Homeland Security described the vote as baseless, and they called on congressional Republicans to support the Senate's bipartisan border security bill. But Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson has pronounced it dead on arrival.
We have no real chance here to make a law.
It's time for Republicans in the Congress to show a little courage, to show a little spine.
Yesterday, President Biden accused GOP lawmakers of caving to the demands of former President Donald Trump, who's come out against the bill.
Yesterday, the House also failed to pass a GOP standalone bill that would have given over $17 billion in aid to Israel. 14 Republicans joined 166 Democrats in the opposing vote. The president had threatened to veto the measure had it made it to his desk. The U.S. Census Bureau says they will not move forward with a controversial change. The Bureau proposed a new set of questions that would have asked people with a disability to rate their level of difficulty with certain activities, instead of answering yes or no questions. Based on the responses, the Bureau proposed that its main estimates of disability would count only the people who report, quote, a lot of difficulty or, quote, cannot do it all. Census Bureau director said the decision to drop the proposal is based on the feedback from the public. A 77-year-old Cashion man will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Monroe County Court sends Jerome Luke to 31 years in prison for child sex crimes. Prosecutors filed 14 charges against him in 2020, but the case ended in a mistrial. A second trial found him guilty of 12 counts last November. Luke was a Cashion school bus driver from 1968 to 2012. In a statement, Monroe County Assistant Sarah Skiles says, quote, this sentence, Luke is forever removed from our community and cannot further victimize children. Well, school lockdown in Holmen left residents shaken. Prairie View Elementary School was put on lockdown yesterday afternoon after La Crosse Emergency Dispatch received a 911 call reporting shots fired near the school. Officers established a perimeter around the school within minutes of the call. Shortly after, they confirmed there was no active threat in or around the campus. Officers later identified an individual who was shooting at a berm in the backyard of his residence on Old County Road NA. The case is now being referred to the La Crosse County DA's office for possible charges. No one was injured in this incident. The La Crosse School Board is narrowing down its options for elementary school consolidation. And after hours of debate at Monday's meeting, the board is left considering two different paths forward. News 8's Now's Allison Ferget has more on the story.
Something has to happen. Our buildings are getting older and we have fewer students, and something has to change. With all that said, what is that change?
La Crosse's school board is looking to cut $3 million of district expenses. And they say elementary consolidation is the first step. The board is down to two pairings, Emerson and Spence.
These are schools that have deferred maintenance that would need to be addressed beyond what we can cover with our capital funds in our operating budget.
Or Spence and Hinchin.
The board recognizes that Spence is on a large spot. There are a lot of students in the space. Hinchin's close proximity to Spence kind of plays a part in that piece.
In either case, the elementaries would be consolidated into one building. For Emerson and Spence, it would be on the Hogan site. The Hinchin-Spence option would lead to a new school at Spence's location.
It's a loss to lose a school, but through building new, you have the opportunity for those affected communities to come together and really envision what the future of education can be for students here.
But the school board wants to leave consolidation up to the voters.
And the board is considering a referendum as the option. There were recommendations within the FAC report and from many of our speakers to use a revitalize, replace model as we think about the path forward for the district.
Only one of the two pairings would be up for referendum, and it's likely the question will be on the November ballot.
I hope our community can kind of come behind, support the school district in helping us find a path forward.
It's back to the drawing board if the referendum fails. But even if the referendum passes, the board's work isn't done.
As a baseline, an additional facility will likely need to be closed to meet that $3 million threshold without finding those savings in our programs, services, or staff.
Bauman says the board could decide which consolidation pairing is up for referendum as early as February 19th. The mild weather is softening roads in La Crosse County and creating restrictions on some of the county's roads. Trucks with 2, 3, or more axles and weighing 8, 13, or 18 tons will not be allowed on numerous roads, including some in Unalaska. This is to avoid damage as they warm up. The restrictions apply to Marcoux Road, Green Coulee Road, and Emerald Drive.
When you're over here on the western part of the city, like we are here at City Hall, the underlying soil is a sandier soil, so we don't get a lot of freeze-thaw on this side of the city because there's not as much moisture in the underlying soil.
To obtain a permit, truck drivers can contact the City of Onalaska Engineering Department. Anyone caught driving without a permit can receive a citation. Happening today, the Department of Workforce Management is hosting a healthcare job fair today from 10 to 6. The job fair will be held at the Florian Gardens Conference Center in Eau Claire. According to a press release, the event will help healthcare workers with their job search. It will also provide information on the worker assistance programs, including the state's dislocated worker program. If you're interested in attending, you can message the operations manager of Workforce Resource, Yolanda LeCount, at the number or email on your screen. Still ahead on your morning news, GM is recalling over 300,000 trucks over concerns they could spill items from the cargo bed while driving. We're putting a spotlight on safety in your consumer news coming up after the break. And the head of the Federal Aviation Administration testified on Capitol Hill about airline passenger safety. After the break, we'll take a look at the issues the FAA administrator warns may be impacting passenger safety. That and much more coming up this morning. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. As you may be getting ready to watch the Super Bowl with friends this coming weekend, one Philadelphia area animal shelter wants you to watch with a new best friend. Burlington County Animal Shelter in West Hampton, New Jersey is hosting the ultimate tailgate party Sunday. Just a few hours before the big game, fans are invited to visit from noon to 3 p.m. They can tour the facility and meet all the dogs and cats who need foster and forever homes. The shelter is planning football and animal-themed games and activities for visitors. And it's also waiving all adoption fees for the day. Don't go anywhere. Your consumer news at News 8 Now this morning is after the break.
Where's the best place for local fresh quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Purchase a minimum of 25 pounds of 90% lean ground beef for $4.79 per pound or 85% lean for $4.49 per pound. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
Escape the chaos of everyday life and experience true relaxation and improved health at Revive Wellness Spa. Unlike any spa in the area, Revive Wellness Spa is your first choice for self-care. Our services include red light therapy, meditation pod, an infrared sauna, a float tank, and so much more. Call or book online today and receive up to 60% off your first service. Don't forget to ask about our detox specials.
Let River City Grill be your new lunch destination. Whether it's corporate lunches, parties, or events, we have the space and food for all of your gathering needs, big or small. We offer an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. with unlimited soup, salad, pizza, wings, and so much more. There's something for everybody. Stop by the bar and pair your delicious lunch with one of our many beers available on draft. River City Grill, Winona, Minnesota.
For over 40 years, LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CEHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
If you want the best dental care ever, come to Grand River Dental. They will take care of you. They put you in control of your own treatment. It was like over and done with in a short amount of time. You'll walk out of here feeling great and probably wanting more work done because they do such an awesome job. I mean, look at how pretty these look. It'll change your life.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see me. Come down for a free consultation.
Luther High School is a powerhouse in culture and fulfilling the needs of each student.
I'm hoping to major in some sort of engineering field once I graduate, so I was hoping that doing the robotics and trying out more hands-on things would help me explore the area more and see if I really like it. I think it really lets us broaden our interests more and deep dive into what we would be doing later in life. I'm really hoping I can encourage more girls to do it and just other students and really help people want to explore industry.
Luther High School, Christ-centered, encouraging and preparing students for life.
Where's the best place for local fresh quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Purchase a minimum of 25 pounds of 90% lean ground beef for $4.79 per pound or 85% lean for $4.49 per pound. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. A good Wednesday morning to you. It is 6:12, 5:12 at the Grawl household out here in Littleton, Colorado. School cast as you send the little ones out this morning. Boy, not what you would expect for February 7th. Temperatures in the mid-30s at 7 a.m., 47 by lunchtime, and possible record warmth for some this afternoon. Will be around 53 in La Crosse with a mostly cloudy sky, increasing winds as well. Dog walking forecast. Check out this great shot of Butch. Cindy tells me that Butch not only loves to go on walks but loves to play Frisbee. That might be difficult the next couple of days with the increasing winds, but otherwise very, very mild temperatures. So I've got green paws across the board. And boy, shout out to all of you guys. I asked for some pictures on my Facebook page and over 300 submissions. So I will try to get as many of those dogs on air sooner than later. Thank you for that. All right, just some haze out there, but mainly cloudy conditions all across the tri-state area. Now, some moisture out towards Omaha and the Central Plains. Not all of this is reaching the ground. The air has to saturate first, but that's why I'm not expecting any rain chances around here until late tonight or early tomorrow morning. Current temperatures about 25 degrees above average, 36 in La Crosse, 38 in Eau Claire, 28 in Sparta, 32 in Viroqua, 34 in Prairie du Chien. We'll see a mix of, more clouds and sun today. Breezy, unseasonably mild, though. Highs around 53. The record in La Crosse stands at 54, so it's going to be a close call. I'll have the rest of my 8-day forecast, including how long this mild stretch is going to last, with my 8-day forecast in about 3.5 minutes. Stay tuned.
In your consumer news this morning, we're putting a spotlight on safety. A new study suggests adding a Category 6 to the Saffir-Simpson scale, which measures the intensity of hurricanes. Right now, the scale stops at a Category 5, which is a storm that has sustained winds of 157 miles per hour or greater. But the authors of the study want that capped at 192 miles per hour. Anything stronger would become a Category 6. According to the study, between 1980 and 2021, there were 5 tropical cyclones worldwide that exceeded the hypothetical Category 6 threshold. General Motors has recalled more than 300,000 trucks. The problem appears to be that the tailgate's electronic release system may short circuit when it gets wet. That means the tailgate could unlatch at unwanted times, including when the trucks are in motion. There have been hundreds of reports of that happening since September of 2020. GM plans to notify impacted owners in mid-March. Certain Chevrolet Silverado and GM Sierra trucks are included. Virgin Galactic is grounded after a small part fell off the mothership of its space plane on its latest space tourism flight. The company says mission safety wasn't impacted. It was Virgin Galactic's first space tourism mission of the year after entering commercial service in 2023. The company discovered issue during routine checks. Virgin Galactic will work with the Federal Aviation Administration to figure out what happened before it can return to flight. Safety in the sky, front and center on Capitol Hill. Federal Aviation Administration heard Michael Whitaker give his first congressional testimony since his swearing in last October. It was also his first time facing lawmakers since last month's incident involving an Alaska Airlines Boeing jet that grounded all similar aircraft for weeks. Karen Kafa reports.
Thank you. Federal Aviation Administration Administrator Michael Whitaker before a House subcommittee to take questions about safety in the skies for the first time since his Senate confirmation in October.
The safety of the flying public is our mission.
Lawmakers with particular scrutiny around the January 5th incident aboard an Alaska Airlines flight where a door plug flew off a Boeing aircraft in midair.
Make no mistake, this was a close call, too close.
That prompted the FAA to ground all similar aircraft, the Boeing 737 MAX 9, and announce changes to FAA oversight of commercial aircraft production.
We now have 20 inspectors on the ground in Boeing engaging with the employees at every phase of the manufacturing process.
Also address the ongoing shortage of air traffic controllers.
Increasing our controller ranks will help mitigate risks associated with controller fatigue.
And possible expansion of controller training programs within colleges and universities to boost the ranks.
Do you see new programs opening up as a result of your efforts?
I'd like to see that. It hasn't been our initial focus. We're trying to work with the schools that are already sort of set into that space, but I don't see any reason why other schools, particularly those with a technical bent, can't have this program as well.
Whitaker also said he plans to meet Wednesday with airline leaders to discuss safety trends.
That's it for your morning consumer news. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grohl and get a look at today's forecast.
Hi, Michael. It's been no secret that it's been a mild stretch the past couple of weeks. In fact, the month of February so far, orange boxes all across the board, above average high temperatures, including 4 days so far above 50 degrees. 52 on the first, 51 on Sunday, 52 Monday, and 54 yesterday. We're going to add 2 more 50-plus degree readings for today and tomorrow before some cooler weather settles in by Friday and the weekend. Now, record or near record warmth again today. My forecast in La Crosse, 53, very close to that record high of 54 set in 1878. And Eau Claire, forecast high for you, 51, and your record high today stands at 50, set in 1987. So Eau Claire, you may break yet another record high today, and we'll be close here in La Crosse. Some haze, clouds out there as well. 36 degrees in La Crosse, 37 downtown at the station. Winds out of the south at 7, making it feel like 30. Good morning to you folks in Eau Claire. 38 degrees with a mostly cloudy sky. Winds are fairly light, but a slight wind chill of 31. Look at the lack of cold air all across the board here. 30s and 40s in most spots. Now locally, most of us in the 30s, and these numbers about 20 to 25 degrees above average for this time of year and this time of morning. The cool spot is Sparta. But even there, 28 degrees. Winds out of the south-southeast at 5 to 15, causing some slight wind chills in the 20s, and these winds will continue to ramp up through the day. Otherwise, plenty of clouds today. I think we're going to stay dry, though. This precip out to the west, not all of that's reaching the ground yet. The storm system itself is near the Four Corners. That's the one that's going to track into the area late tonight and tomorrow with periodic showers, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm in spots. Clouds today and tonight, but note the lack of precipitation until late tonight after about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and into our Thursday. It's not going to be an all-day washout, but periods of showers, maybe some isolated thunder in spots as well. And then as that low pivots across the area, kind of some wraparound clouds and maybe some flurries or sprinkles lingering on Friday. Rain trackers showing pretty light rainfall totals, generally 0.2 of an inch or less. Maybe some isolated higher totals in any spots that see some thunder activity. Temperatures today, again, near record territory, low to mid 50s in La Crosse County, upper 40s to low 50s down to the south, and more the same as we head back to the north, generally low 50s, 51 in Whitehall, Mondovi, and more the same around Eau Claire and the Chippewa Valley. Readings right around 51 degrees for Chippewa Falls, Eau Claire, Altoona, and Fall Creek. So my forecast for today, plenty of clouds, breezy and mild, 53, flirting with that record high of 54. Very mild tonight, 43. By the way, the overnight lows also in record warm territory. Breezy and mild with that slight chance of showers late, and then periodic showers tomorrow. Isolated thunder as well, a high of 56. Cooler Friday, maybe some leftover sprinkles or flurries, 42. Colder for the weekend, highs in the 30s, but that's just closer to average. And then next week, 30s to near 40 degrees for highs. Some low-end chances for flurries or sprinkles on Tuesday and Valentine's Day. A little bit better chance for some light snow showers Wednesday night into Thursday of next week. Michael, back to you.
Still ahead on your morning news, did you know your blood pressure number or your cholesterol levels? Coming up, we'll take a look at how you can monitor these numbers and why knowing them may help save your life.
Coming up in sports, we go to the ice. The La Crescent Hoka boys hockey team is in the middle of an historic season as they look to add to their school record 20 wins on the year. They travel to West Salem. That and more coming up in the Morning Blitz.
Ashley's President's Day sale is going on now. Shop incredible hot buys, your choice just $6.99. Or shop in-store for designer deals as low as $17 per month or $999.99 with 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase, in-store only. Only at Ashley.
Blain's Farm and Fleet's big pet care sale is going on now, and that means huge savings on the food, treats, and supplies you need to help keep your pets happy and healthy. Right now, get a free $15 gift card when you buy select Hill's Science Diet dog or cat food. Save $5 on assorted Taste of the Wild dog food. Select Rachel Ray Nutrish dog food, also $5 off. Plus, 40-pound bags of black oil sunflower seed, just $17.99.
Find value at Blain's Farm and Fleet.
What's this? Time. Time for what? Time for the Great Vanishing Act. All this must go. What about me? You're the first to go.
Hey, I like it here.
Really? Hurry in for the end of business sale at American Home Fireplace and Patio. Save hundreds, even thousands, over 100 fireplaces and stoves, all displays, in-stock grills, and patio furniture must go. American Home Fireplace and Patio, Highway 16, West Salem.
Calling all fishermen, hunters, and outdoor sports enthusiasts.
The La Crosse Sports Show returns February 8th through 11th.
Grab the latest gear and browse through the many boats, docks, lifts, ATVs, RVs, fifth wheels, travel trailers, and more.
Come for the deals, stay for the fun.
Save big with special show-only pricing. Experience the many family-friendly entertainment options and take home cash and carry items.
If there's too much to see, come back a second day for free.
February 8th through 11th at the La Crosse Center.
LaCrosseSportsShow.com.
Where there's a flooded basement, musty crawl space, or wood rot, there's an answer. American Waterworks. For more than 30 years, American Waterworks has been solving homeowners' toughest waterproofing problems. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
Ashley's President's Day Preview Mattress Sale is here. Right now, you can get early access to Mattress Hot Buys, your choice, just $6.99. Plus, save up to $1,000 on select mattresses. Visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com to shop the President's Day Preview Mattress Sale today.
We all love to rep our team, no matter which colors they might be. Believe it or not, some of the most in-demand items are made right in our backyard. An inside look at what they make, how fast they make it, and where it goes. Thursday on News 8 at 6.
To the Morning Blitz. The La Crescent Hoka hockey team is having an historic season. They're 20-1 on the year. First time the school has reached 20 wins. And senior Wyatt Farrell closing in on the Minnesota high school career goal record. He needs just 9 more in the season to break it, as the Lancers were in action over in West Salem. Action starting early in the first. Tobias Sadek tucks it in past the Panthers keeper. Lancers take the lead. They keep the momentum moving. A.J. Donovan right there to clean up the rebound. Another Lancer goal. Flying into the second period. Here's Ethan Myrie. Slips that one past the Tendy. Lancers go up 5-0. And then later, here's Sadek putting on the moves. He's going to let it rip to the goal, but Farrell waiting there to tip it in. Farrell gets the point on that one. One of 3 goals for Farrell on the night, as the Lancers win this one 10-0. We also had a big one on the basketball court last night. The Aquinas girls basketball team hosting Winona Cotter. Both teams putting together good seasons, but only one could win last night. Let's go over to Aquinas High School. Blue Gold hosting the Ramblers. First half action. Sammy Davis got to work early, fakes the defender, and gets the bucket to go. Aquinas starts out hot. Then on the other side, Alina Elias gets the steal, takes it all the way for the score to put Aquinas up 4. And then it was Clarissa Sauer's turn, taking it to the rack, getting the bucket and the foul for Cotter. And then it's Sauer again, extending her range beyond the arc. That would fall to put the Ramblers down 4 at the break. Pick it up in the second half. Sauer starting where she left off, getting the 3-point play, makes it a 1-point game. But then it's Davis weaving her way through defenders. She would put up 22 on the night, as the Blue Golds take this one 62-50. MVC boys action, Holman hosting Toma. First half, Vikings moving the ball around. Keenan Iserman, great court vision here. He's gonna find Aiden far down low. Layup is good, Vikings out in front. Toma not going anywhere. Quinn Gerke on the wing, puts up the floater. That one falls. Timberwolves right back in it. But Holman would catch some fire. Caden Wilbur, no hesitation, knocks down the 3. Wilbur would finish with 20 points, as Holman would run away with this one, 78-53. The UWL Eagle wrestling team capped off a perfect dual season last night when they took down UWL Platteville 49-0. The Eagles didn't drop a single match. Now they'll start their postseason journey with the goal of making it to the D3 National Championships, which are being hosted right here in La Crosse. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Where's the best place for local fresh quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market of Coors. Purchase a minimum of 25 pounds of 90% lean ground beef for $4.79 per pound or 85% lean for $4.49 per pound. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99, plus advanced Wi-Fi and one Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Start saving today. Visit Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, or scan to call now.
The most important value of our law firm is our commitment to our clients.
The best part about dealing with Schwebel, Getz, and Sievin was how much they took off my plate. My mind was at ease. They just wanted me to heal. The staff and my attorney were wonderful. I highly recommend Schwebel, Getz, and Sievin for any personal injury, and I always refer my friends. They're the best.
Go to Schwebel.com and fill out a free online case evaluation. There is no fee unless we win.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza. A lot more.
That's our extra-large New York-style take-and-bake pizza. And it's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. And only $9.99.
Do I have to share it?
It's recommended, but not required. Papa Murphy's. We make great pizza, so you can make the pizza great.
Such a great deal.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Relive Heart's classic hits like Barracuda with Heart by Heart, Saturday, February 10th at the Weber Center for the Performing Arts, featuring original Heart members Steve Fossen and Michael DeRosier. Hear Crazy on You, Magic Man, and Deep Album Cuts. Order tickets at 608-796-3100 or online at ViterboFineArtsCenter.com.
Ooh, Barracuda.
The President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, with more choices and better values. Only at Drury's will you find store-wide sale prices, 24-month financing, and free gas just for shopping at Drury's. You'll find incredible savings on furniture for every room in your home, from Daniel's Amish, Flex Steel, Smith Brothers, and Lazy Boy. All on sale. Great prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. It's happening now. The President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Voted your favorite furniture store.
Where's the best place for local fresh quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Purchase a minimum of 25 pounds of 90% lean ground beef for $4.79 per pound or 85% lean for $4.49 per pound. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
The 8000 Plus app. Stream on your time. You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
February is Heart Month, raising awareness about the #1 killer of men and women in the U.S. Controlling risk factors such as high blood pressure and cholesterol is critical, but a new national survey shows many Americans don't know the numbers. Christian Benavides has more for us.
Despite being young and active, Erica Hudson has had high cholesterol since her 20s.
I was like, how is this possible? Having high cholesterol is because you're unhealthy.
She says she didn't want to take medication because she was starting a family. Then her father died of coronary artery disease when she was in her 30s.
It makes you think about things a little bit differently. Even though my diet and exercise was going pretty well, we needed to do more.
Most Americans don't know the numbers that can help predict heart disease. Less than half know their blood pressure or healthy weight, and less than 1 in 5 know their cholesterol or blood sugar levels, according to Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center.
If you know your numbers, you can really make a difference in your life.
For blood pressure, top number should be under 120, bottom number under 80. For blood sugar, less than 100, or a hemoglobin A1C of less than 5.7. For cholesterol, talk to your doctor about your recommended range of LDL bad cholesterol and triglycerides.
The other numbers that we look at is your body mass index, normal range, less than 25. Another important number, the recommendation for adults is 7 to 9 hours of sleep.
Erica is now 37 with 2 children. She says cholesterol-lowering medication kept her numbers good. Not good enough. Doctors added another self-injected medication.
In my case, my family history, there's really nothing that I could do in my normal life to get those numbers down.
They're now in a healthy range.
While many Americans don't know their heart health numbers off the top of their heads, according to the survey, most are having these risk factors checked regularly. Medical professionals are raising concerns about some prescription drug shortages. Experts testified before U.S. lawmakers yesterday, warning of shortages in over 250 different active medications, including older generic sterile injectables that are considered a staple in hospitals, like painkillers, anti-infectives, and even cancer treatments. According to data from the American Society of Health System, pharmacists, 2023 had some of the worst drug shortages in nearly a decade, affecting millions of people. In response to the issue, the White House has set up a special task force and says they will invest in key materials that are the backbone of drug manufacturing. A new study is linking the chemical phthalate, also known as the forever chemicals, as a possible cause for an increase in premature births. The chemicals appear in items like food packaging, products such as soap and shampoo, furniture, and even clothing. Scientists say the chemical can disrupt how the placenta functions, which could trigger premature births. The study's researchers say they found that up to 10% of preterm births were linked to the chemical in 2018. The study appears in the journal Lancet Planetary Health. Some adults as young as 50 could soon be eligible to receive the RSV vaccine. Abrexvi, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, is considering an extension on its approval of the drug. If approved, Abrexvi would be available for adults ages 50 to 59 who are at increased risk. Last year, the FDA approved Abrexvi and another RSV vaccine, Abrezvo, for adults age 60 and older. RSV is a highly contagious virus that causes flu-like illnesses in people of all ages. The warmer temperatures are forcing some Wisconsin maple syrup producers to begin preparing for this year's harvesting season a little earlier. Nolan Bowman takes a closer look at how the unusual weather is expected to impact this year's maple syrup season.
The near 50-degree weather has been a delight for many here in central Wisconsin, but for some groups, they're feeling a bit of consequences, including maple syrup producers.
Nobody in our area or Wisconsin has ever really experienced like this.
For Cones Dairy and Sugar Shack, they're amongst the many maple syrup producers who are in uncharted territory.
Normally, we're kind of maybe thinking about tapping trees. Obviously, this year it's like, well, what do we do now? We fast forward some of those steps, skip some of that stuff and tap trees first, or do we do what we normally would?
That uncertainty has forced owner Scott Cone to tap half of their 5,000 trees. The hope is that meeting halfway can serve as an act of caution.
If I can get part of them tapped in, I can get the lines flushed, I can get leaks fixed, get my vacuum levels up where I want them. If we get some sap to cook this week, would be a great bonus. If we don't, I'm going to have half my taps ready to go.
However, that maneuver doesn't come without risk.
When you drill a hole in a tree, it instantly starts to try to heal itself. And there's nothing you can really do about that. So that's really the biggest downside is, okay, we're on the clock now.
It's a tricky situation for producers across the Badger State fighting a battle against the unknown.
There's really no right or wrong answer here because nobody knows what the best thing to do in this situation is. You have to do what you feel is best for your operation.
Now, despite the weather and its impact, Cone is taking the optimistic route, staying hopeful for a good season when it's back to working at a familiar pace.
Now here's News 8 Now's meteorologist Bill Grahl to tell us what to expect for our morning commute. Good morning, Bill.
Hi, Michael. It's looking just fine. A live look through CityCam shows a little bit of haze out there, mostly cloudy conditions, but also dry. Traffic moving along just fine out on the interstate on Alaska. And our DriveCast for this Wednesday for the region, mostly cloudy conditions today, so probably won't need the sunglasses in most areas. Breezy. In fact, those winds will kind of increase through the day, and unseasonably mild temperatures with highs in the upper 40s to lower to middle 50s. So travel conditions across the region just fine. Visibility not too bad locally, generally anywhere from 5 to 7 miles, but some thicker fog over towards Beaver Dam, Madison, and Oshkosh. Otherwise, plenty of clouds streaming in from the south and west in advance of a storm system. Some moisture showing up on radar here, but a lot of that not reaching the ground. That's why I think the rain chances will hold off locally until early tomorrow morning. Current temperatures very, very mild. Most spots in the lower to middle 30s. And again, it's going to be breezy today, but unseasonably mild. Highs around 53 in La Crosse, and that will challenge the record high of 54. I'll have the full 8-day forecast on the other side of the break, but coming up in our Buzz Report, with the big game just around the corner, we've got a special preview for you. That includes an update on halftime performer Usher, some expert predictions, and a sneak peek at some of those famously funny commercials, of course. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hard to top the bargain shop. When you want new furniture with styles that are nice, and we've made very special buys that are always the right price.
Now in all home furniture stores.
Gotta make a stop at the bargain shop.
Looking for fun, family-friendly entertainment?
The La Crosse Sports Show returns February 8th through 11th.
Experience a safari-like walkthrough exhibit of kangaroos, lemurs, wild birds, and more.
Meet Dexter the dog, who learned to walk like a human.
Get grilling tips from Mad Dog and Merrill, or learn from fishing and hunting experts.
You can also feed parakeets, fish the trout pond,
and get free scoring of your trophy racks.
Come for the deals, stay for the fun.
February 8th through 11th at the La Crosse Center.
LaCrosseSportsShow.com.
Showplace Cabinets. Complement your new tub or shower with appealing cabinetry from Showplace. Made in America, Showplace Cabinetry is built to last with features and styles to fit your home and family. Coordinate your new tub or shower, your fixtures, flooring, sink with your new Showplace vanity. Visit our showroom to see the many possibilities from Showplace. Designers to create a plan and board store carpenters, plumbers, and electricians to do it right. Showplace Cabinets and the Board Store. Your winning combination. Get started today.
Luther High School, a powerhouse in culture and academics. Our students are given the tools for high school academic success while also enjoying athletics, choir, and band. Our on-site industrial arts program provides advanced welding and advanced woodworking programs, along with Industry 4.0 classes. Luther High School is a Wisconsin parental choice school. All families who apply to Luther receive tuition grants. Your Luther High School, Christ-centered education, encouraging and preparing students for life. For more information, go to lutherhigh.org or find us on Facebook at We Love Luther.
At Excel Energy, we're big into the little things. Because little things add up. Millions of even the smallest steps are just that. Millions of steps, all in the right direction. That's why we have programs that save you money, all of which add up to a carbon-free future. See how you can save at excelenergy.com/ways to save.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's big pet care sale is going on now, and that means huge savings on the food, treats, and supplies you need to help keep your pets happy and healthy. Right now, get a free $15 Blaine's gift card when you spend $75 on Purina Pro Plan dog or cat food. Pro Plan uses advanced nutrition to create targeted formulas that help your unique pets thrive as they age and develop. So shop our assortment today and find the right Pro Plan formula for your dog or cat at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
When you want a great deal on mattresses,
Gotta make a stop at the bargain shop.
how about this Fusion Lux Hybrid Queen mattress for $599?
Gotta make a stop at the bargain shop.
In all home furniture stores.
Welcome back, everyone. A good Wednesday morning to you at 6:41. Again, another day with record or near record warmth. Check out the numbers for La Crosse and Eau Claire. My forecast highs on the top line there, 53 for La Crosse, 51 for Eau Claire. So that's going to flirt with the records. 54 is the record high today in La Crosse, set in 1878. 50 in Eau Claire, set in 1987. And not only that, but the overnight lows and the early morning temperatures. Most of the records stand in the low to mid 30s, so those are in jeopardy this morning. They'll be in jeopardy again late tonight, tomorrow morning, and probably Thursday night into Friday morning as well. It's just been an unbelievably mild stretch of weather. Just some haze and some clouds out there. Again, record or near record warmth continues today and tomorrow. Scattered showers move in early tomorrow and then periodically through the day. Maybe some rumbles of thunder in spots as well. Colder 30s by the weekend, but that's just getting us closer to average. 36 on La Crosse, 37 downtown at the station. Winds out of the south at 7, causing a slight wind chill of 30. Good morning to you folks in Eau Claire, 38 degrees there. Winds out of the south-southeast at 5, causing a slight wind chill of 34 degrees. So note the lack of cold air anywhere on this map. You have to go north of Canada, north of our banner there up into Canada to find any significant cold air. Regionally, temperatures about 20 to 25 degrees above average. Most spots in the lower to middle 30s, even a 38 in Eau Claire, and winds out of the south-southeast at 5 to 15. causing some slight wind chills in the 20s, and these winds will continue to ramp up through the day. Plenty of clouds today as well, mainly dry. I think those precip chances out to the west, a lot of that not reaching the ground near Omaha. The storm system still near the Four Corners. That's what's going to bring the rain chances periodically for our Thursday as it lifts northeast across the region. Sky tracker showing the clouds today, but also the mainly dry conditions. It's not until early tomorrow morning, after about maybe 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, we'll get a band of showers rolling through, and that's going to be the trend throughout the day. It's not going to rain all the time, just some periodic bands of showers, and again, an isolated rumble of thunder, not completely out of the question. Then as that low kind of pivots through the area, some wraparound clouds, maybe some sprinkles or flurries lingering on Friday. Rain trackers showing generally a 1/4 inch or less of rainfall, maybe some isolated higher totals at any spots that see some thunder activity. But temperatures today, again, near record territory, lower to middle 50s in the cross. Lower 50s will be calming down to the south, maybe some upper 40s in spots as well. And more the same as we head back to the north, including Chippewa Falls and Eau Claire, right around 51 or 52 degrees. So my forecast for today, 53, breezy and mild with plenty of clouds. Again, flirting with that record high of 54. Very mild tonight. We only dropped to 43. Slight chance of showers late tonight and into tomorrow periodically. Some isolated thunder as well. Very mild tomorrow, a high of 56. Breezy and cooler Friday, maybe some sprinkles, 42. Colder for the weekend, but dry. Highs near 37, and then heading into next week, some low-end chances for sprinkles or flurries on Tuesday and Valentine's Day. A little bit better chance of light snow showers Wednesday night into Thursday of next week. So, Michael, enjoy these abnormally warm conditions while you can.
Thanks, Bill. In our morning Buzz Report with the Super Bowl this weekend, we're taking a special look at stories related to the big game. Kicking things off, halftime headliner Usher is going back on the road. Usher announcing his Past, Present, Future tour starts August 20th in Washington, D.C. Pre-sale tickets go on sale Wednesday morning. In addition to this tour, Usher has a lot more going on. His 9th album, Coming Home, is out Friday. And of course, he's the star of this weekend's Super Bowl halftime show. Lots of people are placing their bets on who will win Sunday's Super Bowl. Well, a couple of otters at the Texas State Aquarium in Texas have made their pick. Arthur and Fisher are both 4 years old. Workers at the aquarium set up 2 ice cakes made of Jell-O and watched to see which one of the otters preferred. Arthur ran straight to the Chiefs ice cake, while Fisher gave the 49ers a try and decided it was too fishy. So Kansas City it is. Part of the aquarium's mission is to help rescue, rehabilitate, and help animals get back into the wild.
Are you the Bud Light Genie? Yeah. So we get wishes? It's my thing. Gimme.
80s metal hair.
Yes.
Filthy rich.
So filthy. Invisible. Predictable.
Giant bicep. Big one.
A sweet ride.
Bud Light is back at the Super Bowl, this time with a funny AD aimed to tamp down controversy. The 60-second spot called Easy Night Out features a Bud Light drinking genie who grants wishes to drinkers on a wild night out. The ad features Post Malone and former NFL star Peyton Manning. Bud Light sales fell last year as a result of conservative backlash to a sponsored social media post featuring a transgender influencer.
Well, you know what they say, in order to remember something, you gotta forget something else.
Make a little room. And that's how I remember Uber Eats has coffee, by forgetting something else.
Have a seat.
A what?
Remember when you used to be a pepper lady?
Wasn't it the Cinnamon Sisters?
Basil babes?
Paprika Girls?
No, that's absurd.
Jen! Hey! Okay.
Have we met?
Jennifer Aniston reunites with her friend's co-star David Schwimmer in Uber Eats' new Super Bowl ad. Fortunately, she can't remember who he is. In the ad, Aniston and other celebs forget something about their life to make sure they have enough room in their head to remember that Uber Eats delivers more than just food. In addition to the friends, the ad stars David and Victoria Beckham, Jelly Roll, and Usher. Before we head to break, it's time today to look at Who's 8. Liam is turning 8 years old today. He loves playing pool, riding his four-wheeler, and loves to swim. Abel is also turning 8 years old today. He loves to play soccer and hunting with his dad and grandpa. Tucker is also turning 8 years old today. He loves playing hockey, eating hibachi, and playing on his Xbox. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them. That's right, just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website. Stay with us. We have everything you need to know today in 5 minutes or less. Your Morning News Now is up next.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, David Begnaud introduces us to a Nashville legend. Not only does he shine on stage when he performs at the Grand Ole Opry, he quite literally shines at his day job. You're not going to want to miss this story. Plus, we're days away from Super Bowl 58, 5-8. Chris Van Cleve got some rare access to the fighter jets that will help keep fans safe on game day. Also, it takes a lot of power to get to the Super Bowl, also to power it literally with electricity. Ben Tracy traveled to a remote part of the desert where a massive amount of solar energy is being gathered in, so the big game and Usher's halftime show are as green as possible. Also, the Taylor Swift effect on the NFL, it is real. You're going to see how she's bringing in new fans and new dollars for the league. All that and more at 7.
Hy-Vee hot deals are burning hot. Fresh ground beef, just $2.68 for a 1-pound roll. Buy 2, get 2 free on select Pepsi products. And avocados, 2 for just $1. Only at Hy-Vee.
It's about passion. It's about achievement. It's about hands-on. It's in our history. It's in our present and future. It's time to explore what Chippewa Valley Technical College is all about. Find us online at cvtc.edu and see what's in it for you.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardiance at each day's start. As time went on, it was easy to see. I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects may include ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of infection in your legs or feet. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
President's Day is a time to honor all presidents, past and present. And at King Furniture, we're giving you the opportunity to save some presidents with huge discounts throughout the entire store, up to 60% off.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
And right now, you can get 0% financing.
So save some presidents at King.
For the record, Franklin was not a president, but you can save him too. It's the President's Day sale going on right now at King Furniture.
Nice people.
Nice furniture.
Nice style.
This Thursday, one day only. Earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
We all love to rep our team, no matter which colors they might be. Believe it or not, some of the most in-demand items are made right in our backyard. An inside look at what they make, how fast they make it, and where it goes. Thursday on News 8 at 6.
You trust the First Warn weather team to keep you safe?
And even better, you can take us with you.
Expect more with hourly temps and conditions.
Video forecasts, interactive radar, and your choice of notifications.
We're there when you need us.
A school lockdown in Holmen left residents shaken. Prairie View Elementary School was put on lockdown yesterday afternoon after La Crosse Emergency Dispatch received a 911 call reporting shots fired near the school. Officers established a perimeter around the school within minutes of the call. Shortly after, they confirmed there was no active threat in or around the campus. Officers later identified an individual who was shooting at a berm in the backyard of his residence on Old County Road NA. case is now being referred to the La Crosse County DA's office for possible charges. No one was injured in this incident. The La Crosse School Board is narrowing down its options for elementary school consolidation. And after hours of debate at last night's meeting, the board is left strongly considering two different paths forward. The school board is looking to cut $3 million of district expenses, and they say elementary consolidation is the first step. Back in November, the Facility Advisory Committee recommended the district close Northwoods and Hinton elementaries. But the school board has done essentially a 180 from that. The board is down to two pairings, Emerson and Spence, or Spence and Hinton. But the school board wants to leave consolidation up to the voters.
And the board is considering a referendum as the option. There were recommendations within the FAC report and from many of our speakers to use a revitalize, replace model as we think about the path forward for the district.
Only one of the two pairings would be up for referendum, and it's likely the question will be on the November ballot. It's back to the drawing board if the referendum fails, but even if the referendum passes, the board's work isn't done. Bauman says the district will need to close another building to reach that $3 million threshold. Bauman says the board could decide which consolidation pairing is up for referendum by as early as February 19th. She says hopefully mid-April is the latest that decision will come. Happening today, the Department of Workforce Management is hosting a healthcare job fair today from 10 to 6. The job fair will be held at the Florian Gardens Conference Center in Eau Claire. According to a press release, the event will help healthcare workers with their job search. It will also provide information on the worker assistance programs, including the state's dislocated worker program. If you're interested in attending, you can message the operations manager of Workforce Resource Incorporation, Yolanda LeCount, at number or email on your screen.
Well, other than Sparta at 28 degrees, most of us starting in the 30s this morning. In fact, these are generally about 20 to 25 degrees above average for this time of year and this time of morning. Mostly cloudy today, breezy, unseasonably mild conditions continue. 53 for the high, flirting with that record high of 54 set in 1878. Eau Claire, you'll flirt with the record again as well. Breezy with periodic showers tomorrow, 56. Breezy on Friday, cooler, 42, and then colder for the weekend with highs in the mid to upper 30s, but that's just closer to average. Michael?
Here's a fun story to send you to break. The Beatles have yet another million seller, but this time it's got nothing to do with music. A painting made by John, Paul, George, and Ringo during their 1966 World Tour was just sold at Christie's in New York for $1.7 million. According to Christie's, the Fab Four were at the Tokyo Hilton when they were presented with a set of art materials. The group placed chairs around a table and worked on the painting in between concerts in Japan. The artwork, titled Images of a Woman, took 2 days to complete. Don't forget to keep up with the news of the day on news8000.com, and we'll have the latest updates on today's stories on News 8 Now at noon. We want to thank you so much. We'll see you back at noon.